Ty Cooper from Butte High. I love Butte High. Let me tell you, put some on today and it will change how you feel. Satin finish all the way. This morning is sponsored by Butte High. For all you ladies looking for something new to make your face do something for you, tune in to a little Butte Tie. That's what we're doing today. Of course, we got Romeo International. And if you've ever put a tiara in your hair today, we've got Tiara Berry coming your way. This is also Monique, Portia Monique, that is today. DM her and get your vote.
Necklace
Early coming your way. All right, rolling out.
They got it all today. Y'all better stop. Come on, Austin.
Hey, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
I don't have no sound yet. Sun is shining.
Hey.
Right.
Oh.
Birds are chirping and we're ready for flight.
I'm ready for
flight. Not sure how we get here each day. It's the same song and the music coming your way.
Ooh.
Listen, right. The birds are chirping.
And I'm ready to fly.
Time to get ready.
For another day.
Hey, no one can stop us. Oh, we gon' learn to play. Oh, every day we learn and play.
We do our best, so we'll be great.
Oh. You do your best.
And I don't mind.
Right. So let's get ready. Cause it's about that time. Good morning, you. Good morning, how do you do? Good morning, time to be great. Good morning, good morning,
Your dance and play.
good morning,
Sun start today.
good morning, open your eyes. Good morning,
Reach for the sky.
good morning to you. Good morning, how do you do? Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, how do you do?
Good morning.
You see me on my grind.
Woo. Stars got to shine.
I'm a supernova.
Yeah, you see me taking over. Yeah,
I'm on the move. I got a way to stride to it. So let me hear you say, every day we gon' learn.
Hey, it's your day. It's rolling out. Wake up call coming your way. This morning we're sponsored by Butte High. It is the most beautiful way to start your day. Putting on this satin beautiful lipstick coming your way by Ty Cooper. So you can check it out today, ladies and gentlemen. They are the sponsor of this morning show today. So Butte High coming your way. What's going on? Vote Romeo International. Team Romeo, of course, and Portia Monique.
Portia?
Put on your tiara, Berry, today. Spellman, you name it. What's going on, everybody? That was a boring debate. Love moderator, though.
Same thing.
That was great. What are y'all talking about? They are bringing coyotes are kidnapping kids and is drug dealers and rapists and they taking your suburban cities. Come on, man. This guy is pure comedy. I enjoy it.
I just can't imagine what that it was hard to look at somebody's face who's morphing in front of you.
I know.
Melton, what drug is that he's on? Like whatever you taking, whatever.
That's what made him immune to the coronavirus. You know, he said he's immune.
No. He went for a new color. You know, it is. You know.
Yeah, it was orange. It was leaning toward reddish orange.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like half.
He looks really sick. Yeah.
Something was wrong with both of them.
They both looked a mess.
Well, so I don't know. It might have been the lighting. I think it was the lighting.
Lighting? That man was melting 5 minutes in. Like literally,
right. Bruh, that's what I said.
Might have been hot.
It went from burnt.
I think it was his foundation.
Yeah, melting orange.
Yeah.
I hope not. Whatever makeup brand they were using, that makeup artist used, They were literally killing them.
It was some horror picture film. It's like this will hold up. This let you down.
Right?
Yeah.
And
I was trying to
let
give
down.
the benefit of the doubt. I thought it was the lights. I'm like, they shining real bright tonight. I don't know what's going on because they look.
Like the shine. I didn't get it to shine. I just like every time he would contort his face, I was like, Romeo, something would happen.
It was fine.
I would be looking at him like this the whole time. I was like,
like, sir, your face is sliding, sir. Like your face is sliding.
Yeah.
Like,
but your eyes going up this way and your mouth
Yeah,
going
yeah.
this way.
Yeah, every 5 minutes.
I mean, they are old. I think we forget that they're really old people.
Okay, first of all,
I
T.I.
thought it was just old because it was. I've seen old people. I mean, like I've seen old people.
Y'all
Like,
stop.
the wrinkles full come down all in the face, but I wasn't like that part. I'm talking about this man was melting on camera.
Like I don't know. I tell you, I had so much fun on Twitter last night, man. You know what?
Man, you be leaving us out. I don't understand.
No,
it.
he believe you're leaving out. Don't say what he's doing. He is inviting. You can go. He's not doing anything. He's doing what he does.
Okay.
I didn't feel left out, Romeo. I'm gonna let you know. I didn't feel left out. You know,
I did.
I was looking
I'm
at
not trying to make you feel guilty. That's that Jedi mind trick. What you be doing to us and you ain't done nothing to nobody. You know, we're not buying into that.
His choice of words, because I swear, every time I heard him say the black, I swear he was saying the N-word. Like, I was like,
it was like he was, right? He was like,
that's how I hear it.
Helped so many, I helped so many black people. And then he would go into talking about how many people he got out of prison. Bruh. Why are you referring to that when you say you're helping all black people? Like
why are so many
black people in
prison? The reality is, if Joe Biden missed this moment, he should have had how many people have been killed by the police. Like, at the end of the day, we're losing that many people. You let now y'all killing that many don't make it to the jail.
Right.
They don't make it to the They don't even make it to the prison. You know,
why are they even going?
They don't even make it to the prison. Y'all shoot them. You know,
right.
Man, I think we prefer. Our brother didn't have it. Mike Brown never had it. Trayvon Martin was not a criminal.
Right.
Man.
And then
we don't make it to the jail. We don't make it to the prison.
I had to do my homework last night. I was like, why do he keep referring himself to Abraham Lincoln? What am I missing? Am I missing something?
That was funny.
Is Abraham Lincoln really the spokesperson of what a president does for black people? Really though?
I guess he was like the first that was known to have done stuff for black people. So
Abraham Lincoln.
I feel like
everybody takes credit for freeing black folk.
Yeah,
everybody.
They all do.
You know, everybody who makes a movie about us, they're our best friend because they made a movie. I mean, you know, it's the savior complex. They don't save us as they oppress us.
I got to use that one.
They oppress us. Come on, man. Give us a break. These are all bad movies. They're gonna be reviewed. We're supposed to like the help. We're supposed to like starring in the help. We never wanted to be the help, y'all. We never wanted to be your help.
Because they don't sit around and say, I've done the most for white people.
No, they don't give us a reparations check. I need a reparations check.
Yeah, let me pass me one too. Come on, bring it this way. Yes. Did y'all hear him say he was the less racist?
The least
person?
racist.
The least racist. Yes, the least. So he admitted. Exactly. So he admitted that he was a racist. He's just the least of them all. He's
Did
the
y'all
least
catch that?
of them all.
Did you catch it? I was like, and then he was like, in this room, I can't
see anybody in the room. Right?
That sounded like a racist joke. I can't see.
It's dark in here.
It won't nobody in the room. We social distance.
That sounds like a little cold. You know what I mean? I'm gonna talk about him. I can say I can't see him in the dark.
It's dark. They black.
You know that. That was a little cold. That was a little cold. That was a little cold.
To be honest with you, I think he did a terrible job this time. I think he wasn't as combative with the moderator, but I think it was just trash. It was literally just a hoax show, in my opinion.
It was a long conversation that Biden stayed on track. Thank God, Lord. That everybody to stay on track.
I was anxious the whole time, like, please don't fall off.
Don't fumble the ball. Don't fumble the ball, please. Don't fumble the ball. Coach, do not fumble the ball. Hold it tight together. I know you're trying to figure out this.
Right.
Don't go long. Don't go long. It's not a long game. We in it short. Don't.
Right.
No long passes right now.
Please.
I give him credit for. I will give Biden credit for talking to the people. I give him credit for that because he made sure he looked at the camera and directed.
Mocked for that, right?
But the only thing that kept throwing me off within the whole conversation was, and the moderator was okay. I mean,
so I wanted to talk about her because I had very high expectations of Kristen, and I think she met the expectations. She was definitely the best out of all of the moderators. She, hands down, she was the best. But I wanted them to give her control of that mute button because they kept playing with that mute button. Did y'all
I didn't hear no mute.
They got muted. Any one time that they got muted.
Yeah, but you gotta see the position that people still hold, no matter what it is, the presidency. When you watch President Obama walk to and from the White House from his helicopter, you see him walk out as a brother, people want to remember that. People want to remember the presidency as that. So people really don't want you muting our president. That's not what it is. So they, and this is a whole presidential committee. Clearly, this isn't you're gonna interrupt, and because everybody in the world is watching.
Right. Yeah, so it's the world.
She had to. Everybody has to, be respectful of the office. It's not about, the party we are hoping, the nightmare we're hoping to end. With every intention. So you can't just be muting like you would if you could be on the show.
Cut the mics though, but why lie? Why lie on the national platform again?
Because everybody needs ratings. You got to understand, the news cycle depends on lies. He is dependent on lies. Because everybody, if you watch everybody, CNN, this is what he said, it wasn't true. And here's what he said about Corona in January.
He's entertaining. He's entertainment.
I'm just saying the news, even CNN needs him to say things that aren't true. Yeah. They hope that, and he's hoping for some big moments, and they just didn't come for that melting face. Like it was sad, and he actually looked defeated.
Yeah, he did.
You talk about contorted faces. We need to look for the memes because I know they just jacked him up.
And then if you notice, you know what? I don't even like to do his first two answers. He was calm and collected, but that third question he turned it to himself. And going to Munson's point, he went back to inciting fear. Like when I first heard about Black Lives Matter, the only thing I heard was kill cops. Well, hold up, who was saying that? And then it went from that to the Mexicans and the border and it's like every question he never answered, but he added a little piece of fear into his community, his people that's voting for him. So he's good at that. He'll scare you.
He ticked me off when he said that though. Oh, the first thing when I heard about Black Lives Matter. Just listen at that title.
What does
what in the hell does that have to do with kill cops? Like, if you didn't know anything about it and you just saw Black Lives Matter, what's the big no, I agree.
And you're the president. Like that's what, that's one thing Biden got across. He's like, I don't understand you talking about this and that. You're the president. It's you, homeboy. You the guy.
And all the people that died on your watch, anybody that had that many people die on their watch, like Biden said, should not be president of the United States. Let that sink in. Let that sit.
It's a prepaid.
What do you guys think about the Electoral College? Because I know a lot of the debate, Trump was saying how there's people in his states and the red states, and he's got control of all of these states. And Joe was saying we need to be a united states. He's not talking to just the swing states. He's not talking to red states. He's not talking to blue states. We need to be a united country. So what do you guys think about the Electoral College in 2020?
I'm 50-50. Is it needed? I think so. I do think the people's vote is the most important.
Absolutely.
Do I still believe in the Electoral College?
If there was an Electoral College,
No.
You don't believe in it?
Hillary would have won it.
I think it's a way to steal the election, honestly.
Yeah.
I just think it's a way to steal the election after people have cast their vote, worked hard to make sure that their vote was counted, and then you go in and say, okay, well, since Hillary won the popular vote or the people's vote, she didn't win the Electoral College. So guess what? President Orange is going to be the president for the next 4 years. I just think it's some bull crap. I think it's a backdoor way of getting in and making sure that the agreed upon candidate wins because they want him to win.
Well, I think it's a whole, once again, everybody's reassessing. DC has a bigger population than 4 other states in the country. So they need statehood. So you think about it, Puerto Rico has more people than other states. So at the end of the day, we probably should be about 52, 53 states. That literally would take it the rest of the way of where it needs. The Electoral College, no need now, but all of these things are under consideration and we need to make that change. Nobody's going to want to make it if you're sitting in Montana because they know what it means.
Mm-hmm.
They literally know if DC had 2 senators, we would not be having many of the conversations that we're having right now. And they deserve representation. Can't have that conversation now. We know that reparations are possible. They spent $1 trillion like it wasn't nothing. They backed the truck up, sent all the money out. So we know all these things are possible. Hey, Miss Berry, thanks to everybody who's tuning in to Rolling Out AM on Facebook. Come on in. Good morning to you all.
And follow, and make sure you follow the money. If you follow the money, right? This is what I realized about this whole process. When their major states are based off of economics. Like when he said oil last night and he started naming off Texas, so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. How do y'all feel? And then when they put so much emphasis on the Midwest and the Californias and the Florida, they're talking about resources, access to resources. So that's why those states are more important than everybody else. They're resources. So of course, this Electoral College is more important to them because I need to make sure that I win the resources. Forget the states. This is what, and I say this about every politician. I don't even really think they care about the people as a whole. They care about the resources in that state and then the people as a whole.
But and at the end of the day, you're representing the country, regardless, and you're representing the country to the rest of the world. So when I think about the Electoral College, I'm like, okay, well, I live in Georgia. I really got to make sure everybody gets out here and vote because this is a notorious red state. And that's a different type of scenario for people out in New York and California. And it's like, why? We're all just people who want to vote for one president. Why does it have to be this, even if I do vote kind of conversation?
What's Georgia's main resource? Have you ever driven outside of Atlanta? Like going towards Valdosta, Macon, Albany? What's Georgia's main resource?
No, I've never been.
Okay. So cotton, peanut, and I can't remember the other thing, is Georgia's main resources. They need Georgia. Democrat or Republican, they need Georgia because they need that money out of Georgia. So it's a toss-up. It's a balance. I do agree with Portia. The people's vote, the people's vote does matter. But if I know I can win these 13 right here, I ain't worried about the people.
Yeah, I just think it's a way to steal the election for the people who want to steal it. So whatever. I think they should get rid of it. I think it shouldn't be something that's in place. If the people are voting one particular way, the people's vote should stand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, let's go with Tiara's report.
Let's do it. Thank you for the intro.
Mm-hmm.
And I want prepaid taxes. Where you get the prepaid taxes at? Can you pick that up?
All right. So I found this to be really, really interesting. Terrence Howard is suing 20th Century Fox for allegedly using his face from Hustle and Flow to create the Empire logo. Why is he just now making these allegations? I don't know. Does it look like they used his face? Yes. But anyway, he wants to be paid money for the damages that were caused from him not being paid based off of Empire using his likeness.
Well, that ain't happening. Sorry, brother.
You don't think so?
Man,
let me see the picture again. Can we see the picture again?
I think it's kind of late because it's like you went 6 seasons without saying nothing, you know?
Well, he probably didn't want to rock the boat at the time. He was still wanting to get paid. Now that it's over, he like, hand me my money. Okay. Yeah.
Plus, on top of that,
is that him?
Does it look like
him?
Barely look like him.
That's him.
That's the hustle. He said that's the Hustle and Flow days.
That's him. Brother, call that a rap. Your wife already trying to take all your money. She trying to Dr. Dre you. Let it go. You know.
Well, wow. I hope he get his money because you shouldn't be using people's likeness without them knowing and or agreeing to it. So
stop.
And not only in commercials, but there was merchandise with the Empire logo. There's a lot of things that they put the logo on, and he feels like he got nothing from it.
You 6 seasons in, now you mad?
Yeah, I was getting paid from it, but now my checks have stopped. So I'm gonna need for y'all to retroactivate my pay from this logo that y'all been using for 6 seasons, and I just so happened didn't know. So
retroactivated. Okay.
Run my money. I hope you get it.
So speaking of people mad at Hollywood, Shonda Rhimes. Let's talk about her.
Oh, she's mad at them, right? Okay.
Yeah, she's upset at ABC specifically. So Shonda Rhimes, she's already left ABC and she took her talents to Netflix. But the main reason why she said was the final straw was because she went to Disneyland and they did not let her buy an extra ticket for $154 after she said that she's made Disneyland and the APC Corporation $2 billion with all of the content and stuff that she's put out there.
So I read the story. It wasn't that they wouldn't let her buy another ticket. She was gifted the tickets. And so she wanted to bring her nanny and bring some other people along. And once she got to the place, her tickets wouldn't work. One of the tickets wouldn't work. So of course she got on the phone with one of the executives and she was like, hey, this ticket isn't working. And the executive said to her, don't you have enough? Don't you already have enough? And she was like, first off, who you talking to? Second off, that was the last straw.
Right.
Yeah.
So
they were free tickets. Yeah, they were free tickets that probably equated to $154. And they just really kind of snubbed her. And she was like, I'm not going for it. And on top of that, I'm leaving y'all network. And on top of that, I'm going to Netflix. And on top of that, I'm just going for mine. And I do respect that as a Black woman. She like, I brought y'all, I think the number was 2 billion or
2 billion. 2 billion.
She's like, I brought y'all 2 billion in revenue.
Right.
Revenue, I don't know if it was revenue, but she brought them 2 billion. And she was like, I'm done.
She dipped out. She has a great deal with Netflix, a $300 million deal to do 8 different series. So you know, she over it. She don't need Disneyland. Who going anyway right now?
You see who you can't take to Disneyland? Portia. Clearly, you can't take Portia.
What? I don't go to Disneyland. I don't necessarily like Disneyland, Disney World. I don't like it. I don't like that.
I like it. It's just expensive. It is expensive.
I mean, even the expensive part is fine. I don't like the lines. I don't like the waiting. I mean,
because you could get a fast pass and it ain't no faster than standing in a regular line. Because everybody buys a fast pass now.
Give me the beach. Take me to the beach. Take me to the beach. I'm just saying. All right.
All right, let's move on. I actually have a little bit more of a political story now.
Hey, D Shields.
Good morning.
What you talking about? Romeo got facts. What kind of facts he got?
Hey, don't do that. You heard Iris said.
Wait. Iris.
Leave her.
What Iris Baker talk about? She would Romeo stop Portia. LOL.
Yeah, stop.
Whatever. Okay, Iris, I'm gonna be good.
All right, let's move on to the next story.
What's next?
Who's echoing?
That's you. Well, it's me, but it's you talking. My watch party, I was setting it up. Okay, so down at the border, a lot of parents of children are missing. It's about 545 children at the border who do not have their parents. Their parents are nowhere to be found. They were taken. ICE don't know where these people are. And, children are worried. For one, they're already separated from them. Two, it's been months and they do not know where their parents are at all right now.
Let me tell you what made me fire hot last night. I mean, like fire hot. When it was brought up and the man gave the notion like, okay, I paused because Biden was clearly like, where are these children's parents? We're looking for them.
No, they're taken care of. They're well taken care of.
They're well taken care of. Sir, I'm confused. So during this process, you separated families, but you didn't keep up with the families that you separated. Now there's kids. There's 500 plus kids in America and their parents are in another country, and you surprised that you can't find the parents that's in another country, that you done discredited profile, and bruh, that shit made me so hot last night.
How do you separate 545 children from their families, then sit up there and say, well, they weren't let in with their families? Sir, they were let in with their families. Where are the parents?
Either way.
And then why? Right. And then you want to debate that they are not living in a cage, and Joe Biden's camp had something to do with the cages being built, but you put them in a cage. Like, you're the one who put them in a cage.
Yeah.
Wrong and wrong.
I can't even imagine. Like Portia, I honestly can't even imagine in my head that was his answer.
That was his answer.
And it was cold. It wasn't like we wish to reunite them. It wasn't like we are working on it. It was just like, it's getting handled. Don't worry about it.
It's like a shrug of the shoulder, TR. Like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll figure it out. Man, I cannot wait till you get kicked out of office, sir. They gonna light you up.
He better go to what Terry say his name? How you pronounce his name?
Epstein.
He better go to Epstein's Island, because that's the only place he gonna be safe. Bye, sir.
Light you up.
Bye.
Like, them criminal charges are gonna. Right, Iris Baker. He don't care. Them criminal charges are gonna come left and right, brother.
Yeah.
And like that was just so disheartening. And it clarified my voice to say that if you are still considering this man as a president, don't be my friend ever. Unfollow Romeo. Talk about Romeo, let me go. Because if you watched that last night and if you've been a part of this 4 years and you still consider this man to be a presidential figure, don't rock with me. Mm-hmm. Regardless of well, both of them not bad. You know what? I used to hate TR when people like, well, neither one of them good. Well, if I got a choice between the devil and Freddy Krueger, I think I might go for Freddy Krueger. Like, come on, man.
I think there's certain things that's just a little bit beyond politics, and that's when we just talk about humans. That's when we talk about family. That's when we talk about reuniting people. It has nothing to do with the border. It has nothing to do, because these kids are from Mexico, it's okay for them to be separated from their parents. Like, it's stuff that's just beyond a conversation.
They're being well taken care of.
According to who?
According to Agent Orange.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
He's giving them.
And according to Agent Orange, we'll have a vaccine in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Bruh.
He took it. Didn't he say he took the vaccine?
He said it's ready in a few weeks.
And
he's immune. He's immune.
He said he's immune. He said he took a therapeutic. He loved it. He said he's working with a lot of different big brands, and a vaccine will be ready in a few weeks.
I don't even know why we listen to him. Why does he even have a platform? Like, can we continue to vote?
I'm so sick of this reality.
In a few weeks, it'll all be over in a few weeks.
Hey, Portia, he said he was immune. Like,
he said he was immune.
3 days.
He's immune. I'm taking it. Like, so just answer the question. Stop deflecting.
And then he said his son Barron had it. He said, "Oh, young people, they're good.
They're good. They're resilient. They'll bounce back. They don't have it for long. Their immune systems are good." Okay.
Hey, I swear Portia need to be the commentator, the moderator on the
Listen, because and this is like, I don't like I really wanted Kristen to be like, listen, you didn't answer that question. Can you answer the question? The question
there you go.
Is X, Y, and Z. Answer
the
question. You didn't answer that question. Please let the record state that he did not answer that question. Okay.
Correct. And let me ask you this: Why do you think none of the moderators were forceful in that? Do you think it was majority based on like whatever platform they was on?
I think it was. I think it has a lot to do with what Munson said. There are still powers in place, and you just can't go around muting the president. You just can't go around saying anything that you want to say to the president. Mm-hmm. So I think I think if they did pursue that route, they probably their career probably would be over.
Yeah, and sometimes that's a lot of pressure on a Black woman specifically, because they kind of expect us to get on and jump on them, be a certain way. And she was really trying to keep it professional and understand that she's representing a lot of us when she went, to do that moderation. In the same way, Kamala, she represents a lot of us, and she can't act maybe how she wants to act all the time because of the platform.
Yeah, and we saw with Kamala, she had to consistently have a smile on her face to not look like the angry Black woman.
Yeah.
Like, she just did. After every question, she had to smile.
Right. Kathleen Constant, Savannah got in that ass better than the moderator.
She did. But Savannah was Savannah Guthrie was a assistant DA for one of the states. I think she was the assistant DA. Let me look it up because I don't want to misrepresent her. But she has some experience in the courtroom. So she has experience with grilling people and letting them know, like, this, that you didn't answer that question. Let me try you again. Can you just answer the question specifically? And I think, Kristen probably should have taken a note from Savannah. But she was still better than everybody. Like, she was, was the best.
What's y'all's overall grade from last night? Because I give it like a C+ at best.
Who? Kristen or the overall?
No, the overall.
It was blind.
I fell asleep, so at this point, let's just finish this out. Everybody go vote.
What you give?
Everybody go vote.
Everybody go vote.
I don't want to watch another.
Good morning.
I'm drained. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
It's draining watching those debates. Yes, it is draining. Mm-hmm. And to their point, everybody go out and vote.
Please.
Vote or shut up.
Please.
That's
Please.
it.
At the end of the day.
That's all I got. At the end of the day, vote or shut up.
Yes.
I need that shirt. Stacey.
Come on, I got to represent Clark.
Oh, yes.
So Atlanta, baby.
AUC.
Yes.
I love it. Well, Stacey Lee, she's the director of the UNCF Empower Me Tour. So welcome to the AM Wake Up Call. Please introduce yourself to our family, the audience that's on Facebook land, Twitter, as well as YouTube.
Well, good morning, y'all. Yes, I am the director of UNCF's Empower Me Tour, okay? Not just UNCF Empower Me Tour, but also any UNCF programs that we do. I help with all of the events for scholarships and programs. So we have programs that are focused on STEM. We have programs that are focused on entrepreneurship. I love coming together with our Black and brown kids, and we have, excellent scholarship programs. But the Empower Me Tour is something that's been taking place for over 10 years. It was in person. We would provide lunch for students. Students could win scholarship money. Last year, the Empower Me Tour, we offered over $12 million in scholarships to our UNCF HBCUs. This year, we're doing it virtually. We got to pivot, but we're going to make it happen. And we're trying to offer just as much money this year as we did last year for students to attend HBCUs. And it's a free event. It's free.
So when is the event? Tell us how to get our students active with applying. What's the criteria? All of that great stuff.
Absolutely. So the event is on November 6th and 7th. We have over 35 HBCUs represented at this event. You can register at empowermetour.org. Okay. This is for any high school students. We're really focused on graduating seniors in the Illinois and Wisconsin area because we have our on-site admission counselors that are there. They are admitting students virtually on the spot. They are offering full scholarships on the spot to certain colleges and universities, and all of them are HBCUs. So again, it is an opportunity of a lifetime. We're also giving away merit scholarships. We're offering 10 merit scholarships for $2,500 for students to use it at any institution of your choice. This doesn't have to be used at just an HBCU, but whatever school you want to attend, you can apply for the merit scholarship. And again, that is at empowermetour.org.
Hold on, you said
empowermetour.org.
Yes.
So where were you when I was at Spelman?
Listen, where was I? Where was I when I was at Clark?
Okay, so this flyer right here says Illinois and Wisconsin. Is it also for other states?
Like open to?
So Illinois, so we were focused on Illinois, Wisconsin, because again, we have a lot of, the thing is that we have a lot of local sponsors in those cities that are pouring into those school systems. So that's why that one on November 6th and 7th. But on November 21st, we have one that will be representing the New York area, New Jersey area, and DC area. So it's for those students in that area also. Even though it's a virtual event, you still have a number of students that you're going to be able to touch. There's only still so many students that the counselors will be able to get that time with, that virtual kind of video time with. So there is, a certain number of students that we can only take each day to have an opportunity to interview with our HBCUs. And the Empower Me Tour, at UNCF has been around for over for 76 years. And honestly, we are the nation's largest private funder for minority students to fund them to attend colleges and universities. So even if you go to uncf.org, we have so many scholarships that are available to students. I tell students and parents, check uncf.org every week because we have different scholarships that are popping up every single week. We've gotten some great donations from different companies that are really pouring into minority students right now. So they have got to take advantage of those opportunities.
I was just about to ask you that as it relates to the donations, because didn't you say there was a total of like $12 million that was donated just last year, or what is that?
So that was what we offered. Our UNCF HBCUs, our historically Black colleges and universities, during the tour last year, we did a 5-city tour. We offered over $12 million in scholarships to minority students to attend HBCUs.
Wow, that was just HBCUs.
That was just our UNCF HBCUs, our private institutions. Yes.
So what are the donations? Where are the donations coming from? Is it on is it advertised? Is it like, okay, well, this company has given this amount of money? Is it specifically for HBCUs? So how is all that money being collected? Listen, I'm all about the dollar.
Listen,
how's
It's all about the dollar. So UNCF annually, we award 10,000 scholarships worth about $100 million every year. And it's not just for our HBCUs, but this tour in particular, our Empower Me tour, we have some awesome sponsors. Like Wells Fargo has been sponsoring the past 12 years. They're our founding sponsor. They helped us to create the Empower Me tour. P&G, FedEx, Disney, and Goldman Sachs are also our sponsors who help us put this event on. Okay. So our colleges and universities have a certain amount of money that they're offering out to students in different areas, in different cities, from different places. And the other thing that we like to do is we like to focus on places that may not have HBCUs, because while we're doing the tour, we also want to educate people about HBCUs, because honestly, we go to some places and some people haven't heard of HBCUs. But I feel like right now, people are talking. No, look, you gave that. I saw that face that you gave. Like, you ain't heard of an HBCU? Yes.
No,
I have
it's terrible because there are places that people don't even know what an HBCU is. They be like, what's that?
Well, Stacy, technically,
Lord, we about to cancel Romeo.
Here we go, because that face
about his PWI.
Here we go. Listen, I went to both, but come on and give me your spiel.
Okay, so technically, I'm 100% with you. Here's the problem that I have, the gap that I feel doesn't get filled. The problem when it comes to college, period, HBCUs or PWI, Georgia Tech, is the fact that
Georgia Tech as well. I did.
It sounds like she prefers Clark.
Dual degree.
I did the dual degree program, but I prefer the Clark Atlanta University.
Yes. Okay.
No, I'm with you. I was doing.
As you were saying, Romeo.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. We bonded. I was inter. Were you in the inter program? I was inter.
No, I was dual degree. Clark, Spelman, Morehouse, Morris Brown. We all. Yep.
So question is, then I love you a little bit. My question is
a little bit.
When the gap comes between the fact that a lot of juniors and seniors in high school do not know how to apply to school, to apply to scholarships, because what happens is the counselors, and I'm gonna say it out there, a lot of these counselors in the school, they always give you their top 5 schools of what they think that you should go to. So by the time you do get into the process, you're in the middle of your senior year. Yeah. And then by the time you do get to school, you decided, like, to be honest, majority of them actually decided 2 months after graduating. So now you're in the middle of the summer and you decided, well, I'm gonna go here. So my question is, how does the UNCF, how do y'all close the gap between the knowledge of, hey, this is available, and you have options? Because a lot of these high schools don't tell you got options.
And that goes back to my point. Not only do they not tell you don't have options, they also don't know. Unfortunately, there are a number of counselors in different areas that don't know about HBCUs. And this tour is one of the reasons that UNCF does this and goes to places. I mean, in Wisconsin, for instance, we did a tour in Milwaukee. There are so many people that don't know about HBCUs, but giving those high school students that experience and for them to say, oh my gosh, I didn't even think I could get into college, and to get that acceptance letter on the spot, it opens up their eyes. There were so many students that didn't know HBCUs existed. So that's what this tour is for, is to educate people about HBCUs. One. The second thing is UNCF, we do a number of different events in different areas to educate people, to help people understand about not just HBCUs, but getting an education. Because UNCF's focus is not only getting kids to college, but getting them through college. Because see, we can't just get you there. We got to get you through it as well. So we offer so many different programs and opportunities for our students. So whether you attend a UNCF HBCU or any HBCU, we put the same energy even into PWIs that our students that get our scholarships have.
Listen, so you have such a plethora of knowledge. We need to have you come back because listen, we need to know more information about how to go through this process. What are the timelines? What do they look for in terms of the scholarship
applications,
the application process, the scholarship recipients? What do they need? How can they find more information? All of that good stuff. We got to have you come back and explain it to us. We might even have to have like a symposium or something.
Well, listen, we might need to, because I mean, it's October. This is the time that they're doing their FAFSA. You're getting your financial aid information. You're trying to figure out what institutions you want to go to. Should you apply to more than your 5? Absolutely. You want to figure out where this scholarship money is. Absolutely. You want to apply to a scholarship every week. Every other week, you want to apply to whatever institutions your top institutions are, but every week. And then the other thing that you want to tell, that I want to tell parents also, is sometimes you got to give your students a day of no scholarship talk, no college talk, none of that talk. You know what I mean? They need a break also. They're feeling the overwhelmingness as well. So it's just it really is a process. And once you get into that process and you see all of the money that's available, I mean, it's a plethora out there for us.
So let's put that together. We'll probably put it together after the election, because of the election.
Absolutely, because what's happening,
right? Because of the current state of the nation.
So
let's put it together then, and then we'll come back and we'll work with you on what it is, how we get the word out, and all of that, especially since in light of your events that are coming up as well.
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you so
Thanks,
much,
y'all.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it. I had to text my son, like, listen,
get on it
every week.
Events that you need to be on right now.
Right.
Get up. Every week. Good morning.
Good morning.
How
Good
are
morning.
you? Good morning.
Good morning.
Glowing. Good morning.
Yes.
Hi, Chrissy. How are you this morning? Welcome to our show.
Thank you. I am well. I'm well. How are you all?
Wonderful.
Friday.
Just got paid.
Oh, that's always a great thing.
Hey.
Right.
Money in my pocket.
I checked the mirror.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Oh, wait, where my mirror at? Get my phone.
I'll just say, okay.
So I'm so sorry. We're excited to have you here today. You know who I am, Chrissy. I'm sorry I call her Chrissy, but she is Christelsi Johnson, of course, extraordinary beauty expert as well, and makeup artist. She's done quite a few celebrities and movies, and I'm going to give her an opportunity to introduce herself, but I wanted to introduce you first to my other co-hosts, Portia Monique and Tiara Berry on the show. Chrissy, thank you so much for joining us, but please introduce yourself to our guests and our viewers.
Thank you, Ty. I am Christelsi Johnson. I am a professional makeup artist and owner of My True Beauty LLC, and my company offers inner and outer beauty services. We help women realize their full beauty potential. I've been in the makeup industry for 13 years. As Ty has said, I am primarily in television and film. And that's just a little summary of who I am. And I love to do philanthropic work as well.
Yes, which is why we have you on the show. We want to definitely talk to you a little bit about some of your, I would say, philanthropic arm, because you've done that quite a bit, and also about your journey. As everyone knows, or if you don't know, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And Chrissy, she has pretty much, I would say, become naked to her experience and just vulnerable and regarding her journey and her situation and being a part of the beauty industry. that's kind of hard for us to do. We usually come with a full beat face. Like we'll get everybody else together, but when it comes to ourselves, we're behind the scenes, and you didn't do that with your journey. So tell us a little bit about your journey and I guess your mission to get the awareness of your experience out there.
Okay. In March of this year, right at the height of the pandemic, I was diagnosed with HER2 positive breast cancer. And I began documenting my journey from day one. Now, prior to my diagnosis, I had been hosting an event through my company called Beating Cancer Beautifully. So I'd been working in the cancer community even prior to hosting the event. So the importance of people knowing about the different causes of cancer and being aware of different types of cancer, providing activities to uplift the cancer community, and just getting the word out there about the importance of screenings was always a part of my business and my mission. So when I was diagnosed myself, of course, I was in shock. Like I said, I began documenting my process, not knowing necessarily what would come of it, but in hopes that in some way it would be a blessing to someone else. So it turned into a discussion with Rashawn Ali and the decision to let's move forward with doing this documentary about you and your experience with cancer during COVID.
It's definitely behind it because what I've seen you do, and I was a part of your event beating,
Yes.
I was like, okay, how in the world could you have a mission, right? To be helping cancer patients and those survivors and fighters. And then all of a sudden it turns like literally last year or maybe a couple years ago, I was a part of that event with you and we were beating cancer beautifully. We were helping out those ladies and all of a sudden it turned. So and we're going to get into the clip as well to go more into so people can see a little bit about, your journey and everything that you went through. But I'm just assuming myself to hear, I guess, the diagnosis and know the mission that you had already been after. I'm sure that was quite alarming and also kind of scary too.
Absolutely, absolutely. When I initially started it, I was going to have my own testing at the cancer center where my hematologist was. So when I would go for testing, because I had a low white blood cell count, which seems just to be hereditary, but I was going there for testing and I would have to pass the room where the cancer patients were receiving chemo. And I said, Lord, please just let everything be okay with me. I promise I will give back. So I thought God and I had an agreement. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, hold up.
Wow.
I guess I was in that agreement by myself. But, our struggles are not just for ourselves, but to inspire and uplift others. So I believe that is what my diagnosis is about. And it also helps me to relate to the women I serve on a totally different level now,
And platform. All right, well, we're going to get the producers to go ahead and cue up this amazing documentary of your journey. So let's watch. Don't have me in tears, Chrissy. Again.
I found out that I have breast cancer. I just never thought that that would be my reality. I started Beating Cancer Beautifully to give back to women going through a cancer journey, and I was inspired to do that, from different clients that I've had. The doctor says I absolutely have to have chemo. I'm absolutely going to have surgery. being that the coronavirus epidemic is going on, it's just a really bad time to be diagnosed. I'm going to get through this. I'm going to have a positive attitude. I'm going to trust God. It really isn't just an individual disease. It affects everyone involved, everyone close to you. My family has been there during the bad days and the good days. Really, really, really good news. My oncologist called and said that I don't have to do chemo right now, that will move forward with the surgery. Your mindset is very powerful. Your faith is important. These are my markings for my radiation. I said it's the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost.
No matter what it is that you're facing, God is able to do all things.
Been very drowsy, but everything went well. And my sisters are here taking good care of me. Faith is knowing that God is with you every step of the way. Faith is knowing and you trust the process, you will be healed.
That was so amazing. Oh my God.
Thank you.
I love the fact that you touched on faith more than once. So you said faith is enduring. Faith is knowing that God is there and trusting the process that he will heal. Like I said, by his stripes we are healed, but you took it to a whole nother level. You documented the process like, oh no, I will be an overcomer. And I'm going to document this whole entire journey so I can minister to those that I've always ministered to, but I'm taking it to a whole nother platform. I absolutely love that you did that. But talk to us a little bit about the imagery or what you saw, because you had to have seen the vision of the documentary before it happened, because I feel like you've always been in a space to minister to breast cancer patients and survivors and fighters. So what did you see first? What made you say, oh, I got to document this?
Well, once I got over my initial shock of like, oh Lord, and I'm crying and cutting up. I didn't know. I was a mess. I knew I just had to have a purpose behind it. And like, God, there has to be a reason for this. I decided that I wasn't going to tell anybody else until I had gotten myself together. And I was coming from a position of faith and power and this determination that, okay, I'm going to beat this and I'm going to get through this. I'm not going to let people say that I have cancer. I'm going to say I was diagnosed. I'm not going to take ownership of this thing. So I wanted to document the process to just let people also see the realness of what happens. A lot of times we hear that somebody has cancer, but you don't actually see what they go through. In this documentary, you're with me as I get radiation. You're with me in the doctor's office. You're with me after surgery, going into surgery, when I'm recuperating, when I can't sleep at night, everything. It's raw. Yeah.
Wow. So we definitely love that. And I would love for people to also watch the documentary in its entirety. I know you had that clip put together and I was shocked to see you, sis, just take it there. Like you was just like, it was hair out of place. It was just your raw self, but people need to see that we're in a day and age now where social media, everything is visual. People want to see. They just don't want to hear or see perfect all the time. No, let me show you my journey. Let me show you what I had to go through. But before we end the show, or not in the show, but your segment, what would you like to leave those viewers out there that's watching that may have a family member or maybe going through something themselves, and regardless of whether it's domestic violence or whether it's breast cancer, fighting it, or even because like you said in your documentary, it affects everyone, even your entire family, any and everyone closest to you. So what would you lend, or what would you say to our guests out there that may need a word of encouragement?
I would say that first off, you have to make up your mind. You have to make up your mind that you are going to be healed. You're going to get through this. You have to make up your mind that even if you have a diagnosis that's terminal, that you're going to walk out your days the best that you can with a positive outlook. And to also, I would encourage anybody to surround yourself with people who are going to uplift you, who are going to encourage you, who are on one accord with you mentally, and that are going to just feed you with that positivity, and people that are going to pray for you when you cannot pray for yourself. So surround yourself with positivity and make up your mind that you will be victorious.
Thank you. Oh my God, that was so beautiful. Thank you so much, Chrissy. I appreciate you coming on, sharing your story and your journey. I know it's more to come.
Yes.
I was in tears the first time I saw it. I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't know, that you were even diagnosed, the way that you handled it. And I love your photos. So tell people how they can follow you and continue this missionary journey, I would call it now, Chrissy. But yeah, let our audience members know exactly how to follow you and how you can also help them through this process.
You can follow me on my social media platforms. I'm at Christelsi on Instagram and Facebook. You can look me up on my website, www.christelsi.com. And if you need to email me, you can email me at info@christelsi.com. If you have a specific need in the area of cancer, then you can email me at beatingcancerbeautifully.com. At Gmail. I'm sorry, beatingcancerbeautifully@gmail.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Christelsi.
Thank you for having
me.
Have
a beautiful day. Thank you so much again for coming on and sharing your journey with our guests, and just continue to be that beautiful flower and sunshine that you've always been. And thank you for that word on this Friday too. I'm going to carry that as well. Love you, sis. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow, that was very ministering today, y'all. Every time we get a guest on to talk about their breast cancer journey, it seems like there is a pattern of motivation or inspiration that they're given, and you almost have to see yourself heal, is what they're saying, before you even do anything else. And also too, what she was saying about that circle, your circle is very important. So it still goes back to not just self, it kind of blooms itself into you need people, and you need that healing from them as well. So
yeah, it's a mental decision that you make. One of my close friends from college, he had cancer. It wasn't breast cancer, but he had cancer, and he vacillated, on should I fight? Should I not? Should I fight? Should I not? And then I know someone else that has breast cancer. They beat it, and it was just this resilient determination that I'm going to make it. So there were starkly different reactions, and one of them made it, and one of them didn't. So I understand where she's coming from. Wow. And like you said, Ty, very, very touching. Romeo got tears in his eyes. He's dabbing his tears. He was dabbing his tears, but she had a great story. So kudos to her for coming on. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we don't get a lot of people that actually talk through it.
Just a willingness to share. Like, that was so inspiring, especially the fact that she's willing to do a documentary and put that out from the moment, she got that diagnosis, saying, no, I have to do this. I have to share this, even if it makes me uncomfortable, even though I might not want to. She's steadfast on making sure that she lets people know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. And she looks amazing.
Yeah, beautiful. The crazy part about it too was I've always known her to do the Beating Cancer Beautifully event where she partners with like dealers and department stores. And she has a whole day of just beautifying cancer survivor, the patients. And it was crazy that literally she's been doing this for years and now all of a sudden she's diagnosed. So Portia, it kind of goes back to what you were saying. It's like you have that journey or that story has to be told. Like I feel like she now, even though she was ministering and helping these individuals, it's like God is saying, no, I'm going to give you a testimony. So now there's even more purpose behind why you're doing it. And that's just amazing. I don't know if I could have did it, child. I would have been like,
Ooh, child. I mean, you find strength.
Yeah.
The places where you think that you just don't
can't.
And watching her story, you can see the strength come from those places. It was just like,
Stop doing it.
Thankful. I know your guest this week had us like, oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Crying on screen.
I know. I'm sorry. And when I see her scar, I was like, but we gotta know. We gotta see it. We gotta be aware. We gotta help our family member. Like Portia, that story that you told about 2 people, right? They were diagnosed, but one had a different destiny than the other. And it all started here. It seemed, at least that's how it appeared.
I don't know. Well, the destiny part, like to Portia's what she was saying earlier, it's kind of like the will to fight. Like each individual on this screen, like your capacity and will to fight. Like how much of the fight do you want to do, or do you just want to tap out? Like I never discredit people who are just like, you know what? I just can't. I can't fight no more. Like if somebody came to you and said, I personally cannot fight anymore, I'm gonna tap out. Like her will
but
to
what would
just
you do?
I don't know if it's much that you can do, right? Because I mean, looking at my friend go through that process, you know, I was in the hospital when his doctor came in the room and basically told him that the chemotherapy might work and it might not work. And my friend turned to me and he was like, what am I doing this for if it's not guaranteed? Like, why am I doing this? And I couldn't say anything. You know, I mean, what do you say? No, fight. Keep going.
Yeah.
He needs you. That's selfish, you know?
And I also want to send a lot of love and prayers to those who have lost loved ones and those who are no longer with us, because it's a lot of strong people out here who did put up a fight. And I hate the term that someone lost their battle. It's just the fact that the ending of that battle did not go necessarily in the way that we had expected it to go. So I definitely agree with you, Romeo. Like, you know, sometimes fighting in this realm is not always, you know, going to be the end result that we want it to be in our flesh.
Because the one thing that was missed that Portia just said and that the guest just said, they're not the only persons fighting. So you got friends, family, co-workers, you got all these people fighting with you, and I'm not saying that it's insensitive to take people on this journey with you, but that's a lot of energy that you're pulling, and you know, I guess it's an individual choice. I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
When I was in that situation, I just felt selfish to be like, no, you gotta fight. Like, we need you. And you know, I couldn't say anything. I was just there in the room. We held hands and we just kind of sat in silence because, I mean, what do you do? What do you do?
Respect.
So, yeah.
Okay, y'all. Let's
Okay, y'all can. It's Friday. It's Friday. Okay, Tiara, what's going on with Black History?
Let's talk about it.
Black History.
Let's uplift the folk. Let's talk about what the community been out here doing for years and years and years. So back in 1947, the NAACP, led by W.E.B. Du Bois, sent a petition to the United Nations titled "An Appeal to the World" to call attention to rampant acts of racial injustice against people of color. Somebody phone ringing?
I don't know.
Whose phone was that?
Yeah, whose phone was it? It wasn't mine.
It wasn't mine.
Romeo.
My phone don't even ring like that.
Right.
My phone,
is that the bad phone? Ooh.
My phone got Jonesy on it.
Is that the NAACP?
Boys, right. It's like, come on.
The ancestors ringing us like, hey, yo. All right. So, in the 1940s, African Americans were repeated victims of racial discrimination, senseless lynchings, and, inadequate housing, employment, education, voting opportunities. A lot of stuff we're still fighting for today. So Du Bois, he took it past the U.S., he took it to the United Nations, and he made a calling to everybody out there, like, we need to get it together. So that's what happened today. And, even up until this point, we're still telling them, get it together.
I'm sorry. W.E.B. Du Bois, is that you? What?
No, he calling us.
He done not call.
I'm crying.
Did you call it? You know what though? Hey, real funny, Ty. That is one of my, I will say this, one of my biggest fears. One of my biggest fears is that I'm gonna do something so wrong one day that it's just gonna make one of my ancestors mad. They're just gonna come down and be like, boy, what you doing?
It happens in people's dreams, like you get warnings and like, but I pray to God, I said, Lord, I don't want to see no spirits. Don't send them my way. Don't sit next to me. I don't want to feel no cold air. Like, I don't want to know.
Oh, man. Okay.
We're not even going to go there because it's already Halloween time. And it's like,
no, that's why they call
it. Speaking of,
don't say that.
Let's do birthdays first, and then let's go into Halloween. What y'all doing? We dressing up? What's going on? What we doing for Halloween? But let's hear about birthdays first.
Hey, we got a birthday. Okay, happy birthday to Amanda Steinberg, who turned 22 years old. We got Miguel, who turned 35. Martin Luther King III, who turned 63 today. LeVar Ball, who's 53, very controversial in the realm of sports, and model Ducky Thot, who turned 25. Happy birthday, y'all.
Okay, so Ducky Thot is beautiful, right?
Love her.
But what's her name? Why is her name Thot? Ducky Thot.
That's her last name.
Oh, why
her last name Thot?
Yeah. She comes from a what's her family? Sudanese.
The way Portia said it. That's
that was 25 years ago when she was born and with that name. So
are you sure that's her real name, Thot?
Her last name is Thot. And she also has a sister who's really popular on YouTube. Her name is Nikki Thot. So that's their last name. They're a Sudanese family. I mean, would you change your last name 25 years later?
Oh, Thot. I mean, it just has a different connotation to it. But happy birthday to them. Happy birthday to her.
We got balloons, yeah. The cake is on the way. We got the music playing, cause it's your holiday. Woo. We invited family, and everybody came. I strike a pose for me like you in a picture frame. You got your finest clothes on, get $1 million smile. So we gon' celebrate you for a while. Yeah. And don't forget we got the candles when you away. Don't forget we got the candles. Happy birthday, gonna celebrate you for a while. Candles, blowing you away. Wait. Candles, happy birthday, happy,
Throw your hands up and wave them in the air.
Hey.
Okay.
Happy birthday to her and her
Happy
sister.
birthday to LeVar Ball. I haven't heard much from him ever since the situations happened with his sons, but
them sneakers.
What you talking about? That man's a visionary.
I think he had a really great idea. It was just the execution, and sometimes his personality got in the way.
Yeah.
Well, it's Scorpio season. Sometimes they're said that Scorpios do have a big mouth sometimes. So today marks the beginning of Scorpio season. So maybe that's one of his traits.
Are you a Scorpio?
I am not.
Are you a
I'm not, and I don't have a big mouth. Don't do that.
She's a Capricorn. Okay.
I'm a
Give
Capricorn.
us our respect.
Okay. Respect. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into the social report, Romeo.
Let's do it.
Oh, good. Let's cause some trouble. All right, social report. Wherever Ashley want to go, I'll go with it because I feel like causing trouble today. Let's start with this. This is the most craziest thing I've ever heard. So this 17-year-old girl was accused of plotting to attack a predominantly Black church. Yes, y'all. And she apologized in court this past Thursday, after being sentenced to 4 years of juvenile facility, and she got 10 years of probation. And you know what the Black church said? The Black church said, we're going to pray for her, and we hope that she finds peace, and we have no ill wills towards her as she was plotting to kill our congregation.
So a couple things. What's the girl's nationality? The one that was...
She's white.
She's white. Okay.
Caucus.
She's
You know what? Now, go ahead,
and she was motivated.
By what's his name?
Dylan Ruth. Yeah, she was motivated by Dylan
Ruth. I'm sure she was.
Okay. So
where's her mama at? Like, who raised these damn kids?
Their ancestors.
But you know what? So y'all let me know if y'all would agree with this statement. Do you all think that as a race, Black people, we are more willing to forgive?
Oh, yeah.
I can't even finish the statement. See, you like, yeah. I just feel like as a race, as Black people, we're really forgiving. We even forgive very fast. The white lady, white girl. She girl, yeah. So she like, I'm so sorry. And you know what? Black people will be like, it's all right, baby. We're gonna pray that demon up out of you in the name of Jesus. Like, it's like, and then it's over with. But you would have let that been turned around. She would have been like this. Like, seriously. Like, they would have come after her if that
they would have lynched her.
I'm not saying that 100%, right? I don't know. But what I will say is that we've seen in the past where a Black person will go into like a predominantly white situation or congregation or whatever it may be, and they're ridiculed. They are, burned at the cross or whatever, however you want to call it. And I feel like Black people, if you get on our emotional side, you got us every time. Every time.
I think history repeats itself, and the good thing about Black people when it comes to dealing with whites is we only want justice. That's all we ever ask for. We ask for equality. We ask for justice. That's really it. Despite what they do to us, we just want justice, and we don't even get that. And they still plotting against us as if they're continuously afraid of who we are, of our magic. Is really what it is. And we see that in our TV. We see that in Lovecraft Country. We see that every single day. Magic. And it's like, at the end of the day, they're lucky. We just want justice. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, Tiara, here, I'm sorry to make you and Ty even matter, but yes, she's only going to do 4 years of juvenile detention, and then she gets 10 years of probation.
Okay, so here's my thing. We really do need to start holding these parents accountable. Like, for real, like, that's not enough for her. What type of education is she going to get? What type of mental help is she gonna get? The parents over there, what y'all doing? Like, what did y'all?
I like
They
that.
train her to act like that.
If you put the weight on the parents, I like that. I like that portion. You change that weight from the child to the parent and watch that narrative change quick.
I'm just saying, like, obviously
You're
she's not afraid of her
environment.
parents.
Yeah.
Because she's sitting up here plotting to kill people at a black church, so she's not afraid of her parents at all. But even still, like, we gotta hold some type of child rearing accountability for these parents who raise these wannabe child killers. And it's okay.
I mean the narrative, what you just said, as far as okay, little girl, we can't send you to prison, so somebody in your family going, y'all choose. Well, hold on, time out. What you mean?
Everybody going. Everybody going. The whole family, everybody going to jail.
Right. But we'll come back. Natasha?
Yes. No, she's not there yet. I think that may be a picture.
It's a video.
Natasha,
is that a picture?
Natasha, if you don't come on this screen and turn your volume up, it's Friday. Where you
Romeo,
at?
you must know Natasha. You must know Natasha.
No, it's Friday. You with us today. Like, we trying to keep our energy up.
I'm party hunting, y'all. I'm party hunting. I'm feeling right.
You party hunting.
Okay.
What that mean?
I'm over here singing my song, Just Got Paid. Just got paid.
Hey, Ty, you missed yesterday. Me and Tiara already found out somebody at the DMV got Portia dressing up early.
Not at all. I just had to drop kids off.
Allegedly. Where did our guest go?
We lost her.
Okay.
We lost her. Oh.
So next on the social report, she back? We there?
She's gonna come right back.
She'll be back. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, Natasha, let me tell you about this Wi-Fi. If you do not turn your phone on, see, now I gotta get you.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get her now. Yeah.
We can't bully the guests into coming back, y'all.
I'm just saying, please.
Yeah, no, we send out specifics.
That was my time. That's what I'm talking about. Let me tell you something. If I ever get in a fight, I'm damn sure gonna take time.
Don't take me accountable.
Not the specifics.
No, I know what Ty gonna
do. I'm not fighting.
Right. Ty's not gonna fight, but what Ty gonna do is she gonna be reasonable at first. Then she gonna try to reason with you, and then she gonna be like, "All right, just beat his ass so we can go." Like, that's how it'll be Ty.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get none of this messed up, but I am gonna take something, and not that you know what I'm using something like it's going down.
Right, I'm tired of arguing. So our guest is having problems connecting. So we're gonna move on. Brent Reborn said, "I like the choice of who would go to prison. Then they can hold each other accountable." You absolutely right.
Send them all to jail. Send them all to jail.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, at the same time, to be 17, she got that from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Yes, she probably was inspired by Dylan, but what's going on in that household that her parents is probably saying, doing about Black people that's getting passed down? Okay, that behavior is passed down. All of them need to go to jail.
But there's very little you can say to me where when parents be like, "Well, I didn't know this was going on in my house." Now, come on now. His room, her room right there. Like,
well, you know, sometimes non-Black families don't believe in leaving your door open. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they let their kids run the house, close the door. They knocking on doors before they enter. Like, who does that? I'm not doing none of that.
Natasha,
be closed, no way.
Hey.
You in trouble, Natasha. Don't hate us.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm not falling for the cute face. Welcome to Rolling Out AM Wake Up, Ty, TR.
Turn your camera.
Yeah, can you turn?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, I'm so sorry, you guys. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
It's all right. We need to see that beautiful face.
Yeah. Introduce yourself.
Yes. Look at that dimple.
What's up, everybody? My name is Natasha Mosley. Checking in. We're Rolling Out AM.
Hey, all right, Natasha. So we don't have a lot of time because it took a lot of time to get you on, but I definitely want you to jump right in. You already told everyone you're an artist, but yeah, her voice is amazing.
Thank you.
So, Natasha, go ahead and tell us about what new song you have or new single you have out, and maybe you can give us a little taste of that beautiful voice this morning.
Okay, well, like you said, my name is Natasha Mosley. I'm an R&B singer-songwriter born in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. And right now, I currently have a new song out. It just came out this morning. So it's called Beat It Up featuring Vito. And
I like Vito.
Yeah, Vito's dope, right? We already have a song together called Four Walls that did really good. And now we have another one that just came out today. So, you know, when y'all get some time, make sure y'all go check it out, you know, because it's a really good song.
Can you give us a little bit of the chorus, or, you know, give us a little hint of what it sounds like? Yeah.
Okay. You can hit me when you want it. I'ma let you beat it in the morning. Tell your baby mama she boring. Cause I look like baby, you know it, yeah.
Yes. I love an artist who's willing to sing and ask them to sing. I love that.
Thank you.
Ready.
When you write these songs about me, do you ever have time during the pandemic?
Lord, anyway.
What are you talking about? I'm just saying. Anyway, like I said, when you're thinking about me when you write these songs, like, has your creative process changed during these times?
Well, you know what? Because of everything that's going on, like in the world, it has changed my process of writing, because now I want to talk about like things that's going on in the world. Real situations, things that can help people, inspire people, you know, to just keep your head up, you know what I'm saying? Just think positive, because there's just so much going on right now. And it's like, okay, everything's not all about being sexy, or, you know what I'm saying? Everything's not all about that.
Right.
So I do, it has changed my writing process a bit.
Okay, well, we can write another song about me later. I understand. I get it.
Okay.
So like Ty said, we don't have a lot of time, but we do want to know about the song that's coming out this weekend. You said one was dropping this weekend. Is that today? Yeah, so that's the song that you just sang?
Yeah.
Okay, well, where can we find it? On all streaming platforms? Where can we listen to it at?
It's on all streaming platforms. It's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. Yeah, everywhere. Yeah.
Love it.
Natasha, love your zen and your jazz vibe. Y'all, she's really not giving her whole bio and her, you know, every artist she's got features with. She's big time. She's just being very modest and humble. But thank you for coming on, Natasha. We look forward to it. You know, I'm gonna download it. You know.
Oh yeah,
you know.
right.
Yes.
It's the hook for me.
I appreciate you for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right. Well, have a great Friday. Y'all be on the lookout for that single.
I'm downloading.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, we're going to stream it. Thank you so much, Natasha.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a great day.
Bye. You too.
And Iris Baker, I love Iris. Iris said, Romeo, have you noticed how beautiful Portia has been looking in the morning? Somebody done caught her attention. Yep, Iris. Somebody done. Me and
It's the man down at the DMV. That's
my God. Wait a minute.
Oh, they ready.
They ready, y'all. They ready.
See this? Okay. Don't let me go back to my Majorette days.
Okay, we ready? Who we got?
Oh, we on the yard?
My name is Jared Sumter. I am a fifth-year senior mechanical engineer major from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. All right. Come on up.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Nyanza Adams. I'm a senior animal science major, and I am the captain of the Piperettes.
Okay, come down just a little bit. We want to see your face. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said the Piperettes? That's the dance team?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll be there. Give me 1 second.
Oh, my name is Jordan Wilson. I'm a junior computer science major from Madison, Mississippi, and I'm the trumpet section leader.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Computer science.
Hello, my name is Angelique Gray Shelton. I'm a junior animal science major from Chicago, Illinois, and I'm the president of the Tau Beta Sigma Band Sorority.
President.
Yes. Okay. What a drum major. What a drum major.
How y'all doing? I'm the drum major.
Okay. All right.
Lead us. You better.
Let's go.
So what y'all doing this morning?
It's the drum round back here. They're finna play something real quick.
Okay,
let's go.
Let's go. We ready.
Right. Dang, you should have told me. I should have got out my uniform.
Now this is a Friday.
Right. I should have got out my old uniform. Wait.
I hear him.
You gotta get.
No.
Oh.
Oh, he's serious.
Maybe we gotta mute ourselves, y'all, to hear him.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. I think they're too far away.
Yeah, they need to be a little closer. Actually, oh, there it is.
There we go.
Right
There go the bass.
Tell them to walk up a little bit so we can hear them just a little bit louder.
Yeah, walk up.
All right. All right.
Hey, I see old girl on the bass drums in the back. I see him back there. I see him. Yeah.
Hey, y'all, we couldn't hardly hear it.
I couldn't hear it.
Not a lot.
Come closer.
Tell them to move up. Yeah.
Yeah. This is
More.
So
Bring them in.
Tell them to come
all the way up. We want to see them. Yeah.
Oh man, this is great.
There we go.
Tell us about the virtual homecoming.
Wait a minute, they finna give us another selection.
Oh yeah.
Somebody muted.
I can't hear nothing. We can't hear them, y'all. There we go. That's a drum line.
Look at her.
Y'all, I can't hear.
Justin, I'm not even gonna fake the funk. I can't hear.
Y'all don't know how upset I am right now.
Hey, man.
Stop.
They look beautiful. They look good.
Hey,
all right.
So tell us about the virtual homecoming, man.
Experience, I would say, this year. It's been kind of difficult, but we try to make the best of it so far. I feel like no other school is gonna be at the top of our virtual homecoming so far this year. Like really set the standard.
So what all will be taking place this year at the virtual homecoming?
Come close.
Pick up the phone. We can't hear you that way.
So we had a virtual comedy show this week. We also had a rave review. Modeling Troupe did an activity for us where they performed a fashion show for us. We also had our gala last night, which went very successful. What's some other things we had? We got a parade today on campus around the campus at 1 today.
Oh man. So let me ask you this before you guys get out of here. What made you want to participate in this? Why was this so important to you? You know what I'm saying? You're the leader. You're the forefront. Why was this so important?
As far as representing the band?
Well, representing for the homecoming virtually.
Yeah, making sure that homecoming still happen with everything going on.
So the band is the life of campus for homecoming. We're going to set the tone for homecoming. We're going to make sure the students have as much fun as they can during homecoming. Due to the pandemic, for us not being able to be having actual activities in person, the band is what's going to give the campus life for this homecoming. Make it feel like it's still a regular going normal homecoming.
So we miss homecoming. HBCU in the house. I attended Grambling, but my brother attended Tuskegee. My sister attended Tuskegee. Producer Ashley attended Tuskegee. So we got roots down there. But what I'm gonna miss the most is the Greek show. I see a Kappa sign coming from yo. All right, give us a shimmy. Okay. Can you just give us a shimmy right quick? Just give us a.
So wait a minute. I'm the band director. I told him he can't shimmy.
No,
in the building.
Omega Psi 5 said, wait a minute.
I love it.
We got any sororities on board?
We can't hear.
Yeah, Tau Beta Sigma band sorority.
All right. Sigma. Okay, we appreciate y'all. Well, we definitely appreciate y'all coming on. I guess we need a rule. From your band director. Come on.
Yeah.
One right quick before we leave.
What happened?
Give us a rule or something. Give us something. Just step or something. We missing the degree.
Come on, man. Come on now.
Come on.
Wait a minute. Also,
Love it. Love
okay,
it.
y'all can't leave without y'all have a dancer there. And drum major, I know you can step your tail up like you gotta do a 1, 2 or something. Y'all gotta leave us with a whole show here now. Come on. Where the major?
Come on with
get
it.
on in there. Sis, get in there. We need to see you. Yes, ma'am. You better get in formation.
Come on, y'all.
Let's see it.
Oh, come on, I'm with you, sis. I'm with you.
Is it sound on? There we go.
Talk about to have flashbacks.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey, this is dope.
Yes.
We don't hear nothing, y'all. We going crazy.
This is dope. Oh my God.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Okay, give us a shimmy on now. Give us a shimmy on now.
Hey, man.
Thank y'all again. Appreciate it. Yes.
Thank you, man.
All right,
See y'all.
Homecoming lit, y'all.
Okay.
Hey.
Somebody should have told me what was going down in Alabama this week.
Man.
Oh.
Hey, man.
Okay.
Oh.
I didn't know
I'm
we was
so
doing
like,
parades.
I gotta calm down. Oh Jesus! Oh Lord! Y'all don't
Why
know.
did college
right
go
there
by
with
so
her
fast?
saying, oh snap!
Go Tide.
No, man. Do that.
Y'all,
that was so fun.
Y'all know
that was lit. That was so lit.
We always had to be on the yard on our best, waiting for the shows to come through, waiting for the deltas to walk through, waiting for the AKAs to walk through, waiting for the Qs to root through, waiting for the Kappas to do they shimmy. So we missed
Sigma, everybody.
Alphas, y'all.
Zetas, y'all.
I don't know who had them to come on,
but thank you.
It was lit. It was litting.
That just made my top 5 morning show. That just made my top 5 morning show.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
okay, producer Ashley. Thank you,
Ashley. Yeah, she was in the band. That was that band life. You.
Okay, so was anybody in the band on the show?
I was not in the band.
I dated a couple majorettes. That's about it.
Did you now? Did you now?
That's as far as I got.
They always told me I was too tall to be a majorette or a cheerleader.
Really?
They said they couldn't throw me in the air.
Oh my God. Well, they don't do no throwing when it comes to majoring. But yeah, they probably said that with cheerleading.
Yes, they told me I was too big. I was like, they just doused my little dreams. I'm just saying.
Okay, boo.
No.
I always wanted to be on their hands. You know how they be holding them up and they be in the hand.
Yeah.
Like, you too heavy.
You at the bottom.
You didn't want to do you. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, no, you didn't miss nothing. How about that? I was a cheerleader for years, of course, because I'm super duper duper small. So I was the one on top, but I was also the one to get dropped.
Oh God.
No, it's not. It looks cool.
Good. Yeah, it definitely.
It looks fun. It looks fun when it work out.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, they was like, no, yeah, you too tall. They told me I was too tall. That was my way. That was their way of saying you too big. You just.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'9".
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a whole foot shorter than you. I'm 4'10", so it's like.
Oh my gosh, Ty, you are little.
Yeah.
Why you gotta get it with the oh my gosh, man? Back to the social report.
Social report.
Where you want to go, Ashley? Let's go somewhere. Because I got something I want to bring up in one of these. Let's start with this. Trick Daddy has said that y'all women are too independent, and that's why y'all ass.
No. That ain't what that say. It say Trick Daddy says women who are too independent. Women who are.
End up lonely. And this was his thing. He said that women who work too hard and who are too independent won't appreciate gifts from their man because everything is about money and Birkin bags, and that's what he had said. Y'all gonna be lonely because you're too independent. Y'all don't know how to appreciate the smaller gifts.
So here's my take on it. So I do think that there is a balance that is needed, especially with the independent, educated, highly intelligent, I make my own, you ain't got to do shit for me type of woman, right? I do think that there should be a balance. And sometimes that type ends up lonely. You just need to learn how to, I think if everyone adopted an attitude of gratitude, will be okay. And a lot of times women like that, they feel like I can get my own, thank you, but no thank you. That little bitch that you gave me, that was, it was okay. It was okay. But if we, I'm inclusive of women, if we just adopt an attitude of gratitude, I think that will combat all of that, and we don't have to worry about being lonely or being too independent and not being thankful and grateful and all of that.
Well, it sounds like a little insecurity may be exuding through.
I like that.
I love T Double D. Like he is, I love Trick Daddy, y'all. And anything and everything Trick Daddy say, that don't mean I have to agree with it just because I like him. So with this one, I think it's kind of showing some insecurities because regardless of whether you're an independent woman, he said you independent women will end up lonely. That's not the case, Trick. And you probably going through something, and right now you just talking out because you mad that this woman that was independent didn't give you no play. But I'm not even gonna go there.
I mean, I could see where he's coming from when he says stuff like that, right? So I could see where he's coming from. It may be mixed in with a little bit of insecurity on his behalf because maybe he can't hold somebody's attention that is independent and intelligent and educated and holds her own. Maybe that might be the case, but I do understand where he's coming from when he's saying sometimes,
Well, do they say the same thing about men who are too independent end up lonely?
No, here's the thing. Independent.
That's a good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Exactly. So are women just meant to be submissive? Is the question.
Nope, that's not it.
No, I don't think they're meant to be submissive. It's just a balance that you got to find in your relationship. It's a balance.
Because women nowadays attach a financial statement to a relationship. That's what women do. Men
do it too, though.
No, men don't. Men
do it too, though. Men know that if they spend money on a woman, they gonna get more of their time and attention.
No, what you just said. Men spend the money. Men don't attach a financial finance to a female. If I like this girl, if I'm trying to get with this girl, I'm gonna try to get with her. Females in return say, "Oh yeah, I like him, but does he have A, B, C, D, E, F, G for me to like him?
Men who have
Let's be
money
clear.
get away with more in the way they treat their women, and they know that.
Okay, well, are we talking about treatment, or are we talking about the balance that Portia just brought up as far as, you know, come on now, let's be very super clear. I had somebody tell me the other day, and this is gonna tie into the next thing. I had a female tell me that sex is better when
you like the person.
Sex is better for
like
a female. No, sex is better for a female when they're
taking care of business, when it ain't issues, when all the financial issues is out the way, and basically when you like somebody. I agree wholeheartedly. It's better when you like somebody.
It's better for a female when what Portia just said. It's better for a female when she knows that financially he's secure, he's secure, like there's securities attached to it in their mind.
But you know what else too?
Go
ahead, Tiara. I'm sorry.
No, I feel like what Trick Daddy is saying but not saying is there's less control and there's less that women are willing to put up with when they become independent and have their own financial backing. So they end up lonely because they're not willing to accept what a lot of women who are not necessarily with men for money, but a lot of women who are quote unquote dependent, they put up with more. And when you're independent, you can be like, I don't need him. I can move on. I could get with somebody else. I could move on. And Trick Daddy is saying, well, if you keep doing that, you're going to grow up old and not have nobody at the end of the day.
Is this a Spellman handbook? Is that what you're trying to get me?
No, I mean, even what Ty's saying mixed with what Tiara's saying, it's a balance. Like it is a balance. So a lot of times men may perceive independent women to be unappreciative, and that's not the case. It's just, you know,
I too believe that when a man sees a woman that is independent and she has her own, that can be quite intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
And because the man feels like, well, what can I give her? What can I show? Like, what can I do for her? She has it all. And sometimes that scares a man or you know, away because they're like, what am I? But then too, men, you can't assume that is the case because sometimes it has nothing to do with the Birkin bag or material items or things like Trick said. But at the same time, you also have to be willing and open and say, wow, I have a woman that's independent. She's strong. She's getting her own. She's doing it. So that submission part comes into play when it's like, okay, we have to do this together. What she got, I may not have, but maybe I could learn from her and we could do this thing together and rise together. But a lot of men, they be like, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I got a brother. I ain't gonna say which one. Thank God I got a lot. But I got a brother and he will not date a woman or be involved in a relationship if that woman has more than him. He's like, nah. I'm like, but yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about the family business, but
it's a lot of men out there that are like that. Yeah, it's a lot of men out there that are like that. It's sad because you never know what that woman has to offer in terms of a partnership, in terms of a relationship.
Well,
automatically off because they have more than you.
All of you ladies are right, but you're still missing one of the key things. As a man, growing up, you're taught to make a woman feel secure and take care of your household and make sure all financial needs are met. This is what women instill in young men growing up. Now, what happens when the young man grows up and the woman is already there? It kind of takes away the purpose that you were instilled in you.
Okay,
come on now.
At the end of the day,
let's talk a lot about how there's women who are out here taking care of themselves. A lot of women are out here raising children by themselves. So they're not going to sit around and wait for a man. They just don't have the time.
No, I'm not talking about that, Spellman. I'm talking about what I'm talking about what is instilled in. That's like, come on. Ty and Portia can speak
a lot
to
of the time
what's put into young men.
Men need to feel.
I don't know. I
needed.
ain't got no kids, but
Men need to feel needed a lot of the times, and sometimes we learn that too late in life, especially in the Black community. I think in other cultures they probably drill. I don't want to say drill, but they probably teach their women that men need to feel needed. And in our culture and our community, you just don't see that as much.
I agree.
Because we've been forced to play that role of Miss Independent. We've been forced to raise our families by ourselves. And so we just don't see any examples of that a lot.
There you go.
To Romeo's point, I'll be a little on the male side a little bit. We do have a lot of us ladies that will forget that, like Portia, like you said, the culture standpoint is like, Romeo, you talk about how a man is raised up to see and think and what to do when it comes to providing for a woman, but also too on the woman's side, we've seen our moms do it all. We've seen our moms take care. She's mama, daddy, cousin, brother. She's everybody and everything.
Teacher, nurse.
Right. So we are just emulating that. But ladies, we do have to get to a point where we may be independent. We may have it going on and all of that. But at the same time, there's a part of us that have to digress and understand that we do need to lift up that man, because he does need that. To Romeo's point, he does need to feel like he's needed, wanted, valued, and we definitely have to encourage.
Yeah. All of that.
Thank you, Ty.
Thank you.
Matter of fact, let me write this down in history. Ty kind of sort of agreed with me on October the 23rd. Next up, we got time for the last one, Ashley, because this was important. Like this was interesting and funny to me. So, Tyra, whatever which one it is, she admits to scheduling. She admits to scheduling sex dates with her husband because you have to make sure it's not neglected.
And now, you also got to be in the mood, because sometimes I'm sorry.
If that's not the corniest thing to me,
if
you got to schedule.
No,
like they've been together for a long time.
Yes, look here. As a mama, you have to make sure that you are giving that equal time to husband, to kids,
schedule sex.
Yeah.
Schedule sex.
Yeah. That's just like scheduling a date. It's just like scheduling a date.
What's the excitement?
We got to make sure because we can get ready.
That means you playing, bro. You playing that ish out. You playing it out. Like Romeo, you speaking. Hold it. Look, you speaking from a single man standpoint. So you're not in a household where there, like Portia said, there's so many other factors and things that's going on. Life happens literally, even when you don't have no children. Because I don't have not one child, but at the end of the day, like Tiara said, it's important that you make it happen. Like, even if you do have to schedule it, it's like, shit, I can't let this go down. I can't let neglect happen. I cannot, because you don't want that to slip. So if I got to schedule it, write it down, take a picture, it's going to happen.
And we need to get mentally ready for that sometimes, because like you said, the competing forces, you got the kids,
want that.
You got career. Sometimes you got parents. Sometimes you have businesses. You have a lot going on as a woman. And if we don't take that time and acknowledge that time is needed, sometimes it falls by the wayside.
Romeo, you got to want that. You got to want, I know it may sound very like crazy to you, but you even got to want a woman that will do that, because some hell, they ain't scheduling nothing. They just ain't giving you nothing.
And they're not gonna look the part. Like when you do the schedule, you can make sure your hair is right. You can make sure
and it's super duper consensual. Because not everybody who gets married.
I'm scheduling.
Time out. Okay, Iris, I see your comment.
You don't have to know you scheduling. The man don't have to know you scheduling.
What Iris say? I want to see what Iris said.
Iris said, Romeo, you have to understand that they are busy. They might have to see each other and have time for each other. Here's my thing, because Ty, you right. I am single. This is blowing me the fuck away right now. But what I'm saying is, what excitement, if any, if I know Tuesdays at 3 o'clock,
hold on,
I'm about to get some.
So it's the same. No, Romeo. It's the same excitement that you get when you take a girl out and you giving her favorite drink and you looking at her getting real lit and you like it's about to go down tonight. It's that same excitement. It's the same excitement.
Same thing.
And on top of that, y'all both are in the mood to have sex. There's a lot of people in marriages that have sex when they don't want to. And is that 100% consensual? No, but we don't talk about that. So.
Tiara, you're not 85. You're 22. What are you talking about? Y'all blowing me away right now.
So you know what? That says something because you have all ages of ladies on this phone right now that's telling you exactly what it is. You better write some notes.
You could be 20. I could be 22 and not feel like having sex with somebody every night.
He like you getting you're not gonna put my you ain't gonna put my sis out there like she's.
I got a question. I got a real question. Married, boyfriend, or whatever. In a 7-day week, what's the typical for women? What's the typical amount of times you expect to have sex in a 7-day week? I'm really
Let's
curious.
Hear from Mary first. Let's hear from Mary first.
I'm really curious. No, I'm super curious.
No.
2 to 3 every day. 4 to 5. I'm curious.
Okay, so we can just go ahead and X out every day. Nobody is doing every day.
No.
Okay. So 7 days a week, Portia. How typical?
3 to 4. 3 to 4.
Tiara?
Average 3.
Average? Ty?
Miss Mary, woman.
A day?
A day? Hell no. A week.
So
you lucky if it's that much.
Wow. I'm so surprised right now.
But listen, Romeo, like Portia and say it depends. And who was that? Iris said it too. It depends on that couple. It depends on the person.
Yeah.
Some people actually have issues and problems with some folks. Sex hurts. Some people they don't like it with their spouse. I mean, and two, you have some situations like Portia said. You have children. You have so many things going on, or you have businesses. As for me and my household, I'm not going to sit up here and talk to y'all about what I do in my bedroom with my husband and how many times. But what I will say is we have businesses, plural.
And there's a lot of definitions of intimacy as well. Like you don't just have to be having sex to be connected with your partner.
Exactly. It's about making time for your partner. It's about, because at the end of the day, when my spouse, when he sit up there and buy real estate property, that is so sexy to me.
Let me tell you how sexy that is when we go
look where the calendar.
Right. When we go into the closing table together and we like, okay, another one. Okay, baby.
Oh, that's so sexy to
we
me.
gonna have some real fun
that
tonight.
Algorithm of one time a week, it changes, bro. It is no longer one time a week. So it depends, bro.
I see nothing wrong with Tia Mowry. I mean, her and her husband, Corey Hardrick, they've been together for years. So obviously they know what
they got a little kid. Well, their daughter is
2 or 3, maybe. Her son is like 8 or 9.
Right now. Like
business owners, actors,
Y'all schedule time for dates. So I mean it's the same thing. Like we just don't,
y'all schedule time to eat dinner. You gotta schedule time.
When you get the babysitter and they out the house and y'all out, like that's just the time that you continue. Like a lot of times when you get them families, you be like, we sleeping.
Well, maybe that's just not for you, Romeo. Maybe you want the organic approach, which is dope. They're not saying that they don't do it organically.
Mm-hmm.
They're not saying that, do they? They don't say that in the article that they're not doing it, or like that's the only thing.
No.
Like that's the only time they have sex because it's scheduled. I mean, it may happen, look off the cuff. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all, we gotta go to positive thoughts. Romeo, kick it off for us. Positive thoughts.
Uplift us.
My positive thought of the day, I thought I knew something. I don't know nothing. I was close to knowing something. I forgot what I know. I guess my positive thought is it's Friday, man. Y'all be happy. I'm gonna pass it to Tiara. I'm lost.
My positive thought of the day is be like Noah and keep building your art. It doesn't matter who's watching. It doesn't matter who's supporting you. It doesn't matter if people think you crazy saying a flood is going to come. If you know that you're meant to have something in this life, you go out for it and you build your arc like Noah, even if nobody's paying attention to you, because you know from a higher power, you know, something is coming around the corner on your behalf. And I'm going to pass the ball to Miss Ty.
Hey, y'all, I'm going to catch it. And I'm going to say, just dance. It'll be okay. Hey, hey. We had a band on the day. Turn up today. Live today to its fullest. Turn on some music. Get your spirit right today, y'all. I ain't going to say no like scriptures or anything like that. But just get in that moment. Like, you don't have to schedule your sex date. Go ahead, organically make that thing happen today. You know what I'm saying? Turn on some music. Get turned up today, y'all. Happy Friday. And with that being said, I'm going to throw it on over to my girl, Portia.
Y'all, happy Friday. We got 1 minute left. I know I've said this before, but I want to underscore it again. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Get out and vote. Like, even if you scheduling sex dates, schedule them. Go have some fun. Dress up. Do what y'all like. Do what you like. But just go vote. Your vote matters, y'all. In light of that boring debate last night, go out and vote. We're gonna tell y'all how to vote too. Vote Biden-Harris. Vote Biden-Harris. Vote Biden-Harris. Vote Biden-Harris. Vote
Biden-Harris. Vote Biden-Harris. Hey, 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 hey. That's a song.
Okay, all right, y'all. We gonna see y'all next week. Next week is we dressing up Halloween. What y'all coming in?
Oh, yeah.
We are. Yeah.
Are we?
Monday too, like Monday.
We
every day.
Monday. I'm trying to commit to Monday in my head. Monday. Yep.
Monday is gonna be what the
now we got to do this collectively because I ain't gonna be on with no pig ears and cat.
I ain't about to come Monday looking like a pumpkin and everybody else.
Right,
everybody. I'm dressing up. I got my costumes ready.
That's what I'm talking about. Portia said 3.
What I say? What did I say?
I was telling somebody, they was like, who said 3? I said, Portia Monique said 3.
3 to 4.
And they said not getting up early in the morning to go to the DMV. It ain't no 3.
3 to 4. 3 to 4. I'm just saying, y'all know.
Still live, y'all.
Let's go. Look at my since you came on, go ahead and give your positive thought. Wrap it up for us, my sister.
Wrap it up for the weekend.
Greatness runs in our race. Each and every day, there's something great in each of you. So take it, make it something special for somebody else. Think of all of us. Let's be together. Let's think collectively. Peace. Roll 9 a.m.
See y'all next week. Y'all see that sunlight coming in? Y'all see that sunlight coming in? That's fun. All right, y'all go.